My name is Kevin Roberts, and if you haven't heard the exciting breaking news that happened earlier today, it was all over social media. A post went out with just 2 words, almost broke the internet, and the post simply said, "I'm back." And not since Michael Jordan in 1994 has there been a more triumphant return. We're not talking about MJ today, we're talking about Coach J. Coach, welcome back.
Welcome back. I feel like I need a number 45 jersey coming on, man, on this episode.
I don't know.
I just got the black shirt. I just got the black shirt on for today, but I'm back, man. I'm back.
Welcome back,
man. To talk about hoops.
Yeah. So, are you feeling okay after the Lakers game? We're recording this right after the Lakers game. I know Coach J's a Lakers fan. His heart was probably in his throat.
Lakers play in. Yep, Lakers play in, man. We got in. We beat New Orleans. It was a little bit tighter than it should have been, but they got them. Now they have to play against the big bad boys from Denver. And I'm calling the upset Lakers in 7 games, baby. Lakers in 7 games. We're going to win in Denver.
All right. Well, we'll see if that was actually a win or a loss for you guys. So, as it stands now, it was a win, I guess. But
for 24 hours at least.
Just to reintroduce this podcast, Coach Jay and myself, we are coaches, and we both run our own youth 3-on-3 basketball programs on opposite sides of the U.S. Coach Jay out there in Phoenix, Arizona, running Score Hoops 3-on-3 basketball, and you can get all the information about his program on scorehoops3on3.com. And myself, I run a youth 3-on-3 basketball program here on the East Coast in Tampa, Florida, called 3-on-3 Live. And you can visit 3on3live.com for more information on that. And through the power of social media, we linked up, started talking about our programs to each other, and we immediately recognized we had similar mindsets as far as what we want our programs to be and eventually grow into. And we're on this journey together. And, we came up with the idea to do this podcast because we both love the 3-on-3 model and how it can benefit young hoopers, not only on the court, but off the court as well. We both have a passion for wanting to see young hoopers develop their game, grow their confidence, showcase their creativity, and most of all, we want them to never stop having fun playing the game of basketball.
Most importantly.
Yep. So that's why we're putting this podcast out there, and plus it's just cool to talk about a sport that we both love. We're both former players, both spent a number of years as a coach, and we've been lifelong fans of basketball. So today we're going to talk about some of those benefits of playing 3-on-3 basketball. But first, I need to make a few podcast announcements. This podcast is not only available in video form on YouTube, but we are now officially available on most podcast platforms, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and Google Podcasts, which is, I think, now YouTube Music. So you can either watch us or just listen, but whichever you decide to do, just give us a rating, a like, and subscribe. Really help us out. Also, you can support us by following us on our social media pages on TikTok at 3on3hoopspod, and same with Instagram at 3on3hoopspod. And I'm even thinking about starting a Facebook group. I actually started creating one right before this podcast, and I'm going to name it the 3-on-3 Tribe. And so we're going to try to build this tribe together. And so Go ahead and join the group, share, tell a friend, as we continue to try and grow the 3-on-3 Tribe.
The 3-on-3 community. I like that.
We'll hashtag 3-on-3 Tribe every time we talk about that 3-on-3 community. So, Coach, I wanted to talk about some of these benefits of playing 3-on-3 basketball, and I wanted to start with your top 3. So
sure.
All benefits are good, but I want to know what are your favorite ones, and so what's one of your top 3 benefits for playing 3-on-3 basketball?
My top benefit, my favorite benefit of it all, 3-on-3 basketball is everybody gets to touch the ball, right? Instead of having five on your team, you have three. So you're going to be highly, highly involved. You're going to be highly dependent on with your teammates, and have your head up because you're going to get the ball. And when you get the ball, you need to know what to do with it, whether it's shoot, drive to the basket, pass and cut, etc. But um, like I mentioned before, time and time again, Kev, in other conversations, my ideal lineup is five guards on the floor. So 3-on-3 basketball allows you the ample opportunity to have the ball in your hand and develop those skills with the basketball in your hand.
As a player, I've been on almost every. I would say I've been on pretty much every level of as far as experience when it comes to basketball. What I'm talking about is I've been a star player on a team before. On my
Yeah,
very younger days in middle school, I was the best player on the team. Also,
right,
I
right,
was
right.
a six man coming off the bench, and also I was on a team where I didn't play that much. Period. You know, I was on a team that, especially on my AU team, where we had like a bunch of all stars. I didn't get a lot of playing time. I came in the last minute of the first half, the last
Garbage time in the second.
garbage time in the second. Yeah, so like I didn't really understand that as a player, but like now as a parent, my son played basketball. He's older now, but when he played basketball, now I understand. The frustration that parents go through. Paying all the money that they pay for AAU basketball only to see your kid go into the last, garbage time minutes of the game, and so that is
Right.
frustrating. But I like what you said. Like, you're getting more playing time, but not only get more playing time, you're gonna get more opportunity with the
You getting
basketball.
touches. Yeah.
Exactly, and then so like in turn, so that actually kind of ties into one of my favorite things about 3-on-3 basketball. It just the repetition that you get, the more touches that you get, that naturally builds more confidence in a player,
Yep.
because the more and more you do things, the more confidence you get. So, as a parent and as a player who didn't get a lot of playing time at times, and watching your child not get a lot of playing time, I can appreciate the fact that seeing your child, and all parents just they want to record their kids and take pictures, actually playing the game, so the worst feeling in the world is going all the way to the gym in
And not
an
seeing
hour
little Timmy
away.
getting not seeing little Timmy getting the burn. Yeah.
Yep, yep,
Yeah.
yep. So you want to show off your kid, and so yeah, that's a great start to one of the benefits of playing 3-on-3 basketball.
Yep. For sure, for sure. Number two, I'll go into number two, and this is kind of like an overlooked one. Um, it boosts IQ. It boosts IQ of especially young players. Um, One of my favorite things that I like to do, especially with my junior high kids at the end of practices, like the last 10, 15 minutes, we run like 3-on-3 cutthroat games. And I can see the development in them when we run those games. Players see other players that back cut. They utilize pick and rolls more because there's less players on the floor. There's more spacing. My guys that like to throw those overhead passes, they see those lanes and those little
Mm-hmm.
alleys to get the bounce passes in there. So that's one that I really, really, really hang my hat on as far as a big benefit of 3-on-3 is, boosting IQ of players. Um, Taking four players off, two on each team,
Mm-hmm.
um, players start to see things start to slow down more and they start to see the game a little bit slower. And then, of course, that obviously translates over to the 5-on-5 game because, like we mentioned in previous conversations, Kev, you know, basketball game, even a 5-on-5 game, tends to break down in threes or twos or ISOs. But boosting IQ for sure is a big benefit.
Yeah, man. I mean, fewer teammates and just the faster pace, which I think 3-on-3 basketball is, to me, it's faster than 5-on-5, because a lot of times in five on
Yeah,
five you got a lot of rest period and you can walk the ball up the court and all that, but 3-on-3 is constantly moving. So especially when you're talking about 3x3, which we talked about in the last episode, where I explained the differences between 3x3 and 3-on-3. But 3x3 especially, that's a very fast paced game, and it forces players to learn spacing. When
Yep.
when you're constantly moving, and like, when you're out there in the court with three players, it's just easier to space, and you start to understand the concept of, I can't be too close to my teammate because a defender can guard both players. So yeah, that's
Exactly.
and the importance also. So along with that, when you talk about increasing a player's IQ, I think it also it teaches players how to move without the basketball.
For
One
sure.
of one of my favorite drills to do when I was coaching was a 3-on-3 drill, and I still do this when I do our group training. We do 3-on-3, and I tell them no dribbles, and they just got to figure it
Yeah.
out. I don't give them
Yep.
any other instruction. It's 3-on-3, game to three, but no dribbles. And
No
you
dribbles.
should see it, the first time you tell these kids that, they're like, I don't know
How?
what's yeah,
Yeah. Then
because
how is supposed to do it with no dribble?
all they want to do is act like Kyrie Irving out in the
Oh my
on
God.
top of the key and just dribble the air out the basketball. But
Act
like,
like Kyrie Irving, but they're actually Irene Irving out there. They don't, no kind of handle.
but if you take away that dribble, then they definitely have to learn, how to. They have to be creative. They have to set screens for their teammates. They have to,
How to read the
cut without
floor.
bounce.
That's what I always
Exactly.
say. Yeah.
Yep. Read the floor. They have to cut without the basketball, and not only that, and then you'll, I would progressively add a dribble. So okay, now you're allowed one dribble. That's
Hmm.
it. One dribble, and that's usually like a power dribble to get to the basket or whatever.
Yep.
And I will do that after. So I'll let them play 3-on-3. Without telling them that, and they'll just play 3-on-3. It's ugly basketball because they're dribbling all the time. They're not cutting. They're just watching each other go 1-on-1. When you take away the dribbles, you should see a light bulb go off their heads, and they start using each other, using their teammates. So that's one thing that I like to do, and also, you talk about IQ, defensively also, because you learn more about helping recover, you know, with
Communication. That's
yep,
big. That's a big overlooked part of defense, especially on the lower levels. Is just talking. Hey,
yep,
screen right. Watch your back. Watch your back. I got basket.
yep.
Just that small thing.
And also, just a lot more along those lines. And I think it's just easier to communicate when there's three players on the court,
Right.
or when you have two other teammates versus four other teammates. It's just easier to get closer to your teammates and understand the importance of communicating, especially when you
Yep.
do that drill I talked about with having no dribbles. Because you have
Yeah.
to kind of communicate, and it's not always verbal either. It's like like give it like a little head up
Yeah. Yeah.
or
The little. That's my favorite. Or the.
I could see you doing that a lot.
That's my
So
move, man.
is
The
that your
buck,
move?
the Buckeye directional point.
Yeah. IQ is a big one. And that ties into the communication. Defensive IQ, and just again, it's just you got to learn how to make quick decisions because you're constantly moving and the smaller amount of players, and the space that you have on the court.
Definitely, 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 definitely. That leads me to my last benefit, and this is kind of more of a selling point. Actually, um, it's fun. Like 3-on-3 basketball is just fun. Not just think about it. Basketball is like a universal sport, right? Like not only do like guys like us promote it to the youth, like as a tool for the 5-on-5 game, right? If you want to play club ball or your high school team or rec ball, but just walk into the local EOS or LA Fitness. I don't know if you have those chains down there in Tampa, but just walk into those gyms, you'll see like the 50-year old guys playing 3-on-3 basketball, right?
Yep.
Working up a sweat, talking trash, getting out on Sunday, just getting some running, getting some exercise, right? So
Mm-hmm.
like it's the entire spectrum, like kids as young as 5, guys as old as long as you can get out there and do it, play it, and it's fun. No matter what age you
Mm-hmm.
are, no matter what your experience level is, your skill level is, it's just fun to do. Even I like to play 3-on-3 basketball from time to time when I can get guys out there to do it. So, and like I said, it's more of a selling point, but it's a benefit also, especially for Going back to like the younger level when you have like those kids that are maybe on the fence about wanting to play basketball. Oh, I want to play basketball, but the other guys might make fun of me or, things like that.
Mhm.
Just, overall, hey, it's fun, man. Come out here and do it. It's fun. You'll have
I
fun. You'll have the ball. You'll learn something. You'll get exercise and you'll mingle and communicate with the other kids. So, it's fun.
I think basketball is probably the easiest sport to get some
Yeah.
friends together, or even you don't even have to be friends. You can just kind of jump in the
Any
game.
any strangers, you can
Yeah,
just walk
yeah.
to a park and you'll see guys running
Well,
running on the
yeah.
blacktop or
That's
or
that's how
or
it
in the
used to
gym.
be. That's how it used
Oh
to
well,
be.
yeah,
Now you got to
yeah,
get
yeah.
online to do that and go in
Yeah, you gotta play
NBA 2K
2K,
play.
huh? Just play the two. You gotta get into the metaverse. Let's meet up in the metaverse and play on at the Worker Park virtual land. That's
Yeah, they don't.
crazy.
I don't see anyone on the blacktop these days, except during COVID, we started seeing some people at the park. Well, until they took the
Yeah,
baskets out.
COVID. Yeah, COVID caused people to be rebellious. Oh, you want us to stay inside all the time, huh? We'll get
Well,
outside. But before
remember
that,
they
it was everybody was going the opposite.
exactly, and they took down. Oh, I don't know how they over there, but over
Oh
here
yeah, they took the
they
nets
took
down
down
off
the
the baskets.
baskets.
Yeah,
I
they
was so
did.
mad when I saw that.
They took the rims down on the baskets, bro. I was like, man, what the heck?
Like,
They
this thing's
they really serious
serious.
about this thing. Yeah, that was
But
funny. They
yeah, I just
did.
so
They
but
really
yeah, you're
did.
right. You're yeah. So like you said, it's a selling point, but it's also the like I said mentioned earlier in the show, like that's the main focus of why we put
Yeah,
these 3-on-3 programs together. We want kids to just have fun, and so like I mentioned that in the last podcast how that's the reason why I don't really allow coaching during the game because I do want to bring it back to that time where kids are just playing in the playground or just having fun and not worrying about you know coaching or plays or whatever. They can come up with their own plays, and I think that kids just need to have fun playing. So
yep,
like kids can jump in, and this is also how you make friends. That's
yeah.
I know that's how I made majority of my friends when I was younger.
Growing
So
up, for
yeah, because
sure.
it's like basketball is like the universal language, and you don't have to be, and that's another reason why I think it makes it fun also because you're actually getting the ball. Going back to your first point. It's no
Yep.
fun when you're getting the game and nobody passes you the ball. But
Nobody's looking at you. Yeah,
yep, yep. So when you're getting all those reps and you're getting your chance to shoot and get your chance to shine, and show off the new moves that you just saw on TV, like we saw tonight Alvarado do on D'Angelo Russell.
and then
You
he
get
proceeded to get his ankle twisted.
no, but like you see that on TV, and you want to emulate those players, and you just have fun. So yeah,
For
that's
sure.
that's definitely a major point. So just to recap, you said what was the first one? You get
More touches.
more
Everybody gets
touches.
touches. Everybody gets the ball.
Yep, more touches. You also have fun and it increases your basketball IQ. So those are
Yep,
Coach J's favorite benefits,
for
and
sure.
we'll go over my benefits. I have a different three that I wanted to go over, and we'll go over those in the next podcast. But
Okay.
just for sake of time, I did like I mentioned earlier in the show, Coach J and I are big basketball fans, and so I just wanted to get your quick thoughts that we're recording this podcast in the midst of one of the most exciting times of the year for both of us. So I just wanted to get your quick thoughts on the NBA playoffs. I know you're a Lakers fan.
Well, when they
Um,
kick off, we're gonna win Game One against Denver. I believe that's gonna be Saturday. Maybe Sunday. I don't know when Game One is, but Lakers will win that game. Close at the end of the game, and then from there, we'll just play it by ear. But like I said, Lakers in seven versus Denver. I'm calling it, and
oh,
from that point,
this is being
it's a
recorded.
crapshoot.
This is being recorded for all the world to
Hey
see. So
man, if I knew how to
I'm
say
just
it in a different language, I would say it. But hey, I got it. Lakers in seven right here versus Denver Nuggets, man.
I myself, Sixers play tomorrow. I'm a big Sixers fan, so we play.
I'll be rooting for Joel Embiid for sure.
Yeah. Oh,
Miami
speaking
Heat,
of,
right?
we played Miami Heat. That's correct. And
Oh,
I
y'all
do
will
I
make
do
quick work
feel
of them.
I do feel like this is the stars are aligning. I'm just gonna say that the stars are aligning. This may be the year. Um, um
Of what?
of close to NBA Finals appearance.
Oh, okay. All right, second round. Okay, that's close. Semifinals is good.
I mean, I just
Eastern Conference semifinals is good.
I think we'll make it to the NBA Finals this year.
Who was the second seed? Not. I was going to say
Oh, it's the
Baltimore.
Knicks.
Not the
The
Bucks.
Knicks. The
New
Knicks.
York Knicks made it to the second seed.
Correct. That's who we play. After we take care of the
Oh,
Heat,
y'all beat
we
them.
play.
Okay, so yeah,
We
it'll be
we
Boston
beat the
versus
Knicks.
Philadelphia.
We
Okay,
beat the
it'll be
Knicks, and then you know what's going on with Giannis and the Bucks, and
it'll be
his
Boston versus
injuries.
Philadelphia in the shotter.
If
I'm
they,
calling that too.
I mean, Miami Heat could be a tough matchup for Boston. You never know, so we'll see.
Miami
But
Heat will lose in 5 at max.
I'm looking forward to it. So any? Oh, I did also mention in the last podcast when you were absent. We need to talk about your hatred for Steph Curry.
I
You
don't
let
hate
me
Steph
know.
Curry. Why does everybody think I hate Steph Curry? I love Steph Curry.
I got a few texts from people that wondering
I
why you
love
left
Steph
him off
Curry,
your
man.
top. When
Steph
you left
Curry,
him off your top
revolution.
8 players,
I just wasn't thinking about him.
and you left him off your
My 3-on-3 team, I wasn't thinking
your
about
three
him.
on three team. That's right.
I wasn't thinking about him. As
Just
simple
making
as that.
sure.
I wasn't thinking about him. I don't hate Steph Curry. I love Steph Curry.
All right.
I don't
Any
particularly like his Under Armour shoes, but
I
uh,
got you. I got you.
I
Um,
like Steph, man. I dig Steph, man.
all right.
He
Sweet.
revolutionized the game, so I got to give him his
He's
props where it is. But
definitely.
sometimes I'll keep it real. I don't think about him sometimes. It
I
is what it
got you.
is, man.
I got you. Thanks for clearing the air on that. Just want to make sure that you will give you a chance to address that. Any
I know
league updates?
I had to nip that in the bud. Yes, I actually do. We're gonna kick off our spring 3-on-3 season 2 next week, Saturday,
Oh
the
wow.
27th. I don't want to date the podcast, but
Oh,
next
it's okay.
Saturday, not this week Saturday, next Saturday. Now we have a special format that we have this year, Kev. So we actually are going to kick the league off on the 24th, which is Wednesday night. That's going to be kind of like a league workout slash combine that we're going to
Mm-hmm.
use that for, so that we can structure our teams right, to kick off the season on that Saturday. So we're gonna have a few workouts. So we're gonna have some Wednesday workouts where we do like some skills work, kind of like some combine training,
Nice.
and then on Saturdays will be the games where all the teams get 2 games each. And we partnered with the Phoenix Mercury this year. We partnered with them, and our last week 4, is going to be at the Footprints Center, home of the Phoenix Suns and Phoenix Mercury. And then we're going to have like a playoff style bracket to crown champions. So, real fun, real unique situation this season in our second season of our 3-on-3 leagues. Um, Sign-ups are officially done on Sunday, uh, this upcoming Sunday. So go to scorehoops3on3.com to register those kids out here in Phoenix.
Awesome, man. That is awesome news.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's again. Go to scorehoops3on3.com to learn more about Coach Jay's program. Myself, I am in the midst of just accepting registrations and signups for our summer league, which begins in June. You can go to 3on3live.com for that. And yeah, so that's it. And before we
Understood.
leave, we didn't get to do it last week, of course, since you were out. But we need to get a quote from Coach Jay this
Stay
episode.
resilient.
Oh wow, that was good. I love that one. Stay resilient, quick and easy.
Hey,
Five second.
sometimes you gotta be quick and easy, man. Sometimes you gotta be quick and easy. I tell my wife that.
All right, Coach. Well, welcome back, and it was good to have you back, I should say. And
Yeah.
thank you, everyone, for joining us. We're out.
Peace out.